Angela.
I'm Leah.
And we out here.
Hey y'all, today we are visiting beautiful views of Mount Fuji. Come along with us so you can see these wonderful views as well.
Kilometers in 1964. It continues to update every day by Japanese modern technology.
That is the rail for the linear water car, okay? So the linear water car is actually a magnetic train, okay? It runs by the strong magnetic power, and basically it's not touching.
So the first view of Mount Fuji that we got to see was from the bus. The interesting thing is that the different views, the mountain looks different. So some views you don't see that like fog or white, and some views you do. Also, depending on the time of year, you might see snow on it. It is summertime as we are visiting, so we do not see any snow. But this was pretty cool. Now, on the bus, you are assigned seats. We did not get assigned the seats that were on the side of the view of the bus, but we wish we did because we did not ride the bus back. We instead rode the train back to the Shibuya area of Tokyo. But either way, regardless of which side of the bus you are sitting on, you will be able to see it. And then, depending on the train ride back, you might be able to see another view on the train ride. But we were able to see it from different views, so that was pretty cool. Now, our tour was guided by a tour guide who gave us information and history of the area, which was pretty cool as well. So like the ride there, she gave us she spoke as well as she had like a recording that gave a discussion of it. Now this is a view of Mount Fuji from 5th station or station 5. So people who hike Mount Fuji, there's different stations. We stopped at the 5th station. They have lots of shops where you can buy little trinkets and postcards and things like that. And then they have different type of views where you can kind of look over. So it's not just Mount Fuji that you can see, but of course Mount Fuji looks beautiful from here as well. And as you can tell, again, it does look different from the view of it that we saw from the bus. But while we're here, be sure to like this video, comment below, let us know, have you seen Mount Fuji or do you plan on going? Also, subscribe to our channel. We do post weekly videos every single Friday, and then we post reels or shorts 3 times throughout the week, so you will get consistent content from us when you subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you here. Like this video.
Yes? Okay, good. Okay, so the lucky bells is actually for the climbers to keep away bears. So they, put the bells on the backpack and to keep away the bears. That's for the safety. So that means that the lucky bell means for the safe trip. Okay, so maybe you get them up. And now we're heading to the restaurant where we're gonna have a lunch. It takes about 40 to 45 minutes from here.
After leaving the 5th station, we took about an hour ride to get food. The food was included in our price. This was buffet style food. The food was pretty good, Japanese traditional type food. I don't remember if they gave us lunch on the bus or not. We took so many different tours. I'm getting them kind of mixed up, but I think this was considered lunch, not dinner. The food was delicious. The restaurant was pretty unique. They did have a garden in the back as well as a beautiful view of Mount Fuji. So when we're seated, you'll be able to see another view of the mountain from where we sat at the table.
No, we usually go up through Asia. We've done Hong Kong, Singapore, Turkey.
Our view of lunch.
The essential It's great, yeah.
I'll be honest, I was not very impressed with the garden. This is the garden here. It's cool. It wasn't the highlight of our trip, but it was a nice touch. And of course, there was a view of Mount Fuji, so that was nice. We did walk the garden. Lots of things to see. This wasn't like the highlight though. The mountain.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
If you've been watching our videos, you'll notice that throughout Japan, you'll see lots of religious things. So you'll see different shrines, you'll see different statues and things of Buddha. So here are a lot of small statues of Buddha. They also have this like orange symbol. I don't remember what it means, but I know it is related to faith or religion. It has some type of like meaning like God or something. So they have that in the garden as well. Now, we're taking about a 45-minute drive to our next stop. This is called the Valley of Hell, where there is an active volcano. So you'll see most of the plants and things are dead here. Um, the it smells like sulfur in that area. Like it's just very interesting. Now, we've made it to the Sky Rail. This is what I was most looking forward to for this trip. So let's see how it goes. All aboard! Yeah. Now, the only thing I didn't like about this is that you are packed in there with about 20 other people. When I saw the photos and videos on the internet, I thought it would be like I thought me and Angela would be able to ride it by ourselves, like you and your party. I didn't know they fill it up to capacity and then it goes off. So it's a small area. It is very hot in there. The windows don't come down. There is no air conditioning. And in fact, they stop you at one of the stops and blow a fan. They open the door, they blow a fan at you, then close the door and let you keep riding. That's how hot it is. The people on ours was just really loud and it was kind of annoying. But other than that, the view was nice. It was a good experience. So we did get to ride over the Valley of Hell, so you'll be able to see that. And again, while we were riding over it, that far in that high in the air, we could still smell the sulfur. So that's how strong that smell is. But anyway, we're in it for about, I want to say at least 15 minutes. I don't remember how much time it is in between each stop, but there's about 4 stops, I think. We did get off at one of the stops to take a look over Hell Valley, which I'll show you. That was pretty cool. And then we took it, ultimately, our last stop was at the pirate ship. So you'll be able to see that toward the end of this video. So here we are riding, and now we made it to the stop. Now, at this stop, they do have like restaurants, they have bathrooms. You can grab something to eat. They also have the souvenir shops as well. You can grab something there. Now, this is what I thought was interesting. They didn't tell us much about this, and maybe there were signs somewhere that we could have read, but there's like something that is down there. And I wonder if that is like where people work. It doesn't look like enough space, like enough houses for like people living down there. And obviously, that's really not a safe place to live. But I just wonder if there is any impact on health for people who work in these areas or who visit these areas often, like inhaling that sulfur or being around that type of air, that like volcanic activity. Uh, I would be interested to know if it has any impact on their health. Yeah. Yeah. We found this tour on Viator and they had really mixed reviews. So they had some reviews that were like perfect reviews and then other reviews that were horrible. And I'll tell you why. So we did go during rainy season, which was made us kind of nervous, right? So if you go and the weather is extremely bad, they do not cancel this tour. They still take you, right? And so when that happens, though, you miss out on most of the stops. So all of the stops that we were able to take when it is really bad weather, like a tsunami or extremely hard rain and wind, they won't take you and they will not refund you and they will not cancel the trip. Okay. We got lucky and we were able to see every single stop. We got everything that was advertised that we paid for, which was really nice. So we fully enjoyed the trip. Okay. But I can imagine what it might be like if the weather is bad. So if you do decide to do this, it's tough because if you don't do it with enough time ahead, they'll sell out. And if you if you wait till the last minute, the tickets might be sold out, but at the same time, you want to make sure you're buying it with weather permitting situation, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, so we're back on the sky rail. Again, you can see Mount Fuji here as well. And now we are headed to our next stop, which is the pirate ship. That was really beautiful. It was nice and calming. The water was beautiful, and that is kind of how that is like the last. Well, not actually. No, we saw the from the parking lot as well. So that's not the last view of Mount Fuji, but it's an additional view of Mount Fuji. So you walk down, get on the ship. You do get to pick your seat, or you can stand. You can be inside or you can be outside. We decided to sit inside right near an open window, which was really nice. And the view was just beautiful. So I think you'll really like it. I feel like I say this with every single tour that we took in Japan, but this was one of my favorite tours, this Mount Fuji tour, because we got so much bang for our buck. Like we got food, we got to see different parts of the area, we got this boat ride or ship ride, whatever you want to call it. We were able to get on the sky rail. It was just wonderful, right? But now if you do book this, just know that this is an all-day event if you pick the one that we chose, okay? So it starts pretty early in the morning. You meet at the meeting spot, and then you take that long bus ride to a different part of Japan. Uh, then you go on all these different tours, and then after that, you are given a train pass, so a JR ticket, and then you do not go back home with the group on the bus that we rode out in. They dismiss you to ride the train back. So we took a couple trains, had to do a few changes, and then we were back to the Shibuya area of Tokyo, okay? I do think it's nice that they at least give you a train ticket, and they said the reason why is because the bus ride back would be extremely long because of rush hour, I guess the time. Like versus when we got out here, it was early in the morning versus 4 to 6 p.m. when you're headed back, and then you'll get stuck in traffic, and it's kind of a miserable ride back. It's not as fun. You've already seen everything. The excitement's kind of dwindled down, and most people want to just get home as quickly as possible or get back to their hotel as quickly as possible. And the best way for that is to take the train back. So that's what we did. Now, this stop, the pirate ship, they drop you off at a different stop than they picked you up from. So they pick you up from one spot and then they drop you off somewhere else. And that's what we did. And then we walked through this parking lot. We had another wonderful view of Mount Fuji, and then the tour was over. So it was pretty nice. We hope this video was helpful for you. Let us know in the comments what you think. And yeah, all right. If you go to Mount Fuji, enjoy your time there.
It's been sweet. Check us out next week
When we out here
in these streets. Peace.